You know, games these days change for what they once were on launch day. I mean, take a look at GTA Online for example. To some, these changes are considered to keep the game fresh and relevant. To others, there are means to change the game to make it a better experience. As a continuation from the last episode, we'll take a look at Fortnite's system and marketing design ploys, as they are an essential part to a game's lifecycle. We start off with the biggest draw to Fortnite. It's free. Often referred to as free-to-play or freemium games, these games do not require upfront costs by the players to gain access to the majority of the experience. However, players can sink money into them as microtransactions in order to access additional content. In Fortnite's case, the base game is free of charge, and purchases revolve around content such as battle passes and V-Bucks, the in-game currency. Players can choose to use these purchases to unlock the game's cosmetics more quickly and easily. Emphasis on choice, as in normal circumstances players would not do so and just do the grunt work needed to earn them. However, in this age of gaming where everyone has different opinions and situations, that line between either work or pay is difficult to draw out. Say you wanted to have something, ask yourself, how much do you value that item? How long can you wait to have it? And from your answers, what are you willing to do to obtain it? These questions are based on the subjective theory of value, made during the marginal revolution in the 19th century. It advanced the idea that a good's value is determined by its importance to the individual's wishes and goals, not by its inherited property or the labor done to produce it. In Fortnite's case, a player's decision is dependent on how much they value their item to be and what they're willing to do to obtain it. But remember, this is a choice. Players also have the option to work to obtain their items. That choice is viable because Fortnite balances the difference ratio between working or paying for your items. The requirements for either options is equal enough, and again, it's up to the players if they're willing to put the hours or pay up for what they want, with little to no difference between the two. To further my case in point, allow me to compare it with another game that provides a similar system, Electronic Arts' Battlefront 2. Yes, the game that is the essence of poor balancing between work or pay. In true EA fashion, there's a lot of focus on microtransactions, and the difference between either options is dreadfully unfair. Because of how the game's upgrading and reward systems work, players who paid gained an unfair advantage instantly towards those who grinded to earn them, which is already difficult to do on its own. Epic learns from this as Fortnite values the items more equally, and they do not affect gameplay. In summary, Fortnite knows how to manage being a freemium game, as it is equally open to those who want to work for what they want, and to those who want to earn them with their wallets. Now I'd like to bring up the fact that it's not so often to find fully fledged games for free on console, and sometimes on PC. That honor will go to our devices, aka mobile gaming. Since its release on iOS, Fortnite's popularity has gone up, as it now can be played anywhere that you want, assuming that you have internet connection, but that's not all. The mobile gaming market offers a lot of opportunities, not only to the players, but also for game developers as well. For the former, its conveniency, cost, simplicity, and social capabilities, and the latter, the innovation and opportunities for development and business. With Fortnite spreading across everywhere it can, mobile gaming is a very viable area to go to. Albeit in this case it's just a port from console and PC. As such, Fortnite's experience on mobile is compromised, a little bit for the better. First off is its controls, as players have to use a touchscreen interface instead of traditional controls, and depending on the device can be quite challenging. Then there's an overall drop in quality as resolution and frame rate are lowered due to the device's capabilities, as well as how well your internet connection is. That's not to say it's entirely bad, as in spite of these setbacks, there are some compensations made in order to counteract them. These include a more heavier aim assist than in console, and a unique visual cues icon to indicate nearby enemies and supplies. These cues are an excellent addition for those who have hearing impairments, and the aim assist helps those who struggle with the controls. So yes, while it is more restricted than its PC and console versions, Fortnite is still able to provide its experience with a unique twist to those on smaller screens. Oh, but there's more to this tale of Fortnite's platform diversity, as they implement a system that is rarely used in games these days. It's one thing to play with your friends on one system, but playing with friends between multiple systems brings it to a whole new level. Introducing cross-platform play, where games allow players on different systems to play with each other within a shared online space. Rocket League, for example, allows players between PS4, PC, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch to play against each other. Same goes for Ark Survival Evolved between Xbox and PC. Fortnite does the same by connecting everyone via their Epic Games accounts if they have it signed in. This formula of crossplay dates back to 2010 with the unveiling of the PS3 port for Valve's popular 3D puzzle game, Portal 2.
I'm very pleased to announce that we'll be bringing Portal 2 to the PlayStation 3. I'm excited that Steam will be part of that experience, and I think that gamers will be delighted with features like Steam Cloud and automatic updates that will make the PlayStation 3 version of Portal 2 the best version on any console.
To be able to play with everyone from different consoles not only makes the experience more sociable and interactive, but also as a basis to unite its community. And with Fortnite being so popular amongst the players these days, bringing them together can make the experience all the more entertaining. Now I'd like to address something some of you are probably thinking. Why isn't this system implemented for all online games? Today's tech is capable of doing it, so why not? Well, there are some controversies to this system, and some of you may know where this is headed. Games are held back from crossplay by two standing factors. The first has to do with the difference in control schemes. Players on PC have an unfair advantage as a mouse and keyboard are more versatile than a controller or touchscreen. The second is particularly with consoles, as it poses a risk to the safety of the player's information as they are contained within closed services. While the latter can be remedied through making business ties between companies, the former cannot be easily fixed. Fortnite faces these challenges constantly as they continuously bring the players together, but do not let these issues discourage you, as Fortnite is still enjoyable as the positives outweigh the negatives. To close things off, Fortnite's success also derives from its marketing and systematic implementations, from being free to play and on the go to being able to unite its community. Fortnite performs these capabilities to a fault, becoming another aspect to its success. That just leaves the last piece of the puzzle, and just as a hint, it all revolves around you, so stay tuned.